basketball. You betcha. I'm back in the gym with some more gyms. Guaranteed to succeed. Giving you what you need for the game that you love to play each and every day, in every way. So here's what I have to say. Back in the gym with Cole once again, and form shooting is the key to success. And that is what we're doing, as he does it every time he comes in the gym. And I want you guys to see it consistently, because I want you to get this routine, and I want you to kind of use it as your thing or your routine that you come in the gym and do. And remember, you can develop your own. If you want to shoot more from the side, you want to shoot more further back, however you choose to do it. But this is a thing that gets him going, gets the blood flowing for him, and gets his mental right when he shoots. So I always show it because I think you should know it. All right. So now, again, when coming in the gym with him, the goal is for him to make shots. So can we get his percentage higher than it was last year? That is the goal. So with all the training and moves and different things he has to do off the dribble, when people are running him off the dribble, we do work on those things. But if you can't make the shot, then what are you really doing? That's really what we're trying to get you to focus on when showing you these different things. Now, one thing I want you to notice as well is his demeanor when he shoots. Okay? He is always shot ready. He is always engaged mentally, where emotion doesn't come into play. And again, emotion can cause a lot of different things to go a lot of different ways based on you showing more of a body language out there on the floor and forgetting about the foundation of what you've been working on the entire time to be a good shooter. So please don't let emotion come into the game. Now, a couple different things about shooting. Now, when asking Cole, he's not really able to tell me detailed things. He knows that he wants full extension on his jump shot. He does know that he needs to follow through and up through his shot. Hand placement, he's more about just catching and feeling the threads of the basketball more than where his hand is placed. Now, I'm not saying that goes for everybody. I'm just telling you what he told me, okay? And he does like to be shot ready, but as you can see, he's not a big jumper into his three. And this is how he shoots even in game. Now, the mid-range is different for him, and I think that's why he still is learning his groove in that and making that more of a weapon for him, because he has to actually elevate over defenders, because typically, being as good as a shooter as he is, they put longer defenders on him. So someone that's anywhere from 6'7" to 6'8" to that 6'5" range with a little bit longer wingspan will be guarding Cole in his conference. And then obviously they play a couple big teams outside of the conference. So just again, trying to get him to make those shots. And there are drills where I'm running and chasing and having a hand up. Not sure if I got those on film, but we will see if we have it in the archives. Okay. And so again, just looking at what can be done consistently to raise his percentage. And as we continue to finish through the drills, the biggest thing we're looking for here is always good passes, to be on time and on target. And then if he does happen to miss a couple in a row, sometimes I do have a conversation with him of why it happens. And mainly he says just a little bit of a fatigue. He is getting a couple hundred shots up in about 10 to 15 minutes time. So he does have a little bit of fatigue with no rest in between, really. As you can see, he goes to each spot pretty quickly and he's ready to go again. So the main thing about being a good shooter is I would say just as much as it's the reps, it's the confidence, right? So do you have confidence to take those shots? Do you have confidence in the moment to make those shots? And then do you have the confidence to continue to shoot if you're not making these shots? There's a trick that happens on the mind a little bit when you become a good shooter, because sometimes in games you'll shoot really well and you'll have 3 or 4 or 5 shots made in a row. And the next thing that will happen is you'll catch it in a situation to where you feel like if you force a shot and you miss, it may mess up your perfection of that game. And so a lot of us won't take that shot and will shot fake, maybe pass it to somebody else. A lot of us won't heat check it just to say that they made 5 in a row in a game or 6 in a row. And ideally, I think you should be wanting to take those type of shots, because those ones are going to be the backbreakers for a team. And it's going to be huge in your confidence, because those, I think, are the tougher shots to take, is when you're actually making all of your shots and you have to continue to make them, because the game kind of depends on you to keep it close, or that one shot could be, like I said, the backbreaker for teams. Now, just keeping in mind, once again, what we are approaching as we continue Basketball U, and that is we are working on you understanding what it takes to be good, but also we are working on your mentality, and we're sprinkling in a little bit of the physical aspect of the game, but it's really going to be about the mental piece of the game. And without the mental piece, all of this doesn't really matter, because as you climb the ladder of success, which I hope some of these drills and workouts get you to that point, you will need to understand what it takes to be at the top or near the top. When you're in the middle of it, there's people under you that's once where you are, right? There are people that were above you that don't work as hard, that come back down to where you are. So now they're competing to get back where they were. And then there's people above you that don't want you to catch them. So now you are working to compete against them. So understand that it comes from all angles. As well, and this is the key right here, as you playing the mental battle against yourself. So there's people under, there's people at your level, there's people that were above you that are back down to your level, and then there's people above you that want to keep you at your level. And then there's you. Will you beat yourself in the game that you play every day? That is one thing that we want to make sure does not happen as we continue to give you what you need to succeed here on the channel of Basketball U. Thank you for coming every day. And remember, someone's always working. Are you?